خلاص يلا.
No, we're gonna come back.
Where do we look?
Anywhere, just look in the middle, and every camera will picture that. All right, thank you. Good luck. And this is why I'm also proud to represent the voice of Saudi youth, a generation that does not wait for the future because we are already building it. Under the guidance of Vision 2030, Saudi Arabia didn't just open doors. It created a whole new world full of possibilities, a world where we, the youth, are not standing on the sideline. We're leading, innovating, and transforming every field we touch. And as we continue to shape the future, we never forget our roots, our culture, and our heritage. Our foundation and pride reminding us that progress means nothing without identity. What was once a national vision has now become a global inspiration. Vision 2030 is no longer just for Saudi Arabia. It's a message to the world that when you empower your youth, you empower your future. It's also why I want to express my deepest gratitude for His Royal Highness, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, for believing in us, empowering us, and showing to the world what Saudi Arabia is about and the youth of Vision 2030. Today, as I stand here at Miss Global Forum, I carry my country, my generation, and a promise that the youth of Vision 2030, guided by His trust and vision, will not only meet the future, we will define it. And the most incredible part, some of the goals that were meant for 2030 are already happening today, from sustainability to sports, from entrepreneurship to entertainment. And this is what makes also Miss Global Forum so meaningful. It's more than just a forum. It's a place for ideas, action, and impact. A place where young minds and leaders connect to shape the world we all want to live in. And which brings me to introduce a man whose story, in many ways, began on a path not so different from mine. A young teenager star who trained with discipline and ambition. In his case, football, and eventually rose to lead his nation on the global stage. From that point on, his career grew into something extraordinary, and truly something I can only aspire to emulate. Beyond his remarkable successes as an athlete, with trophies, accolades, and global achievements, he has also stepped into media, presenting and running a successful business. He has partnered with major international social and tech platforms, and through his foundation, worked to advance social mobility and uplift young people, helping them to develop the skills and their confidence to reach their potential. Now based in the Middle East, his journey has only expanded. He has invested here in Saudi Arabia through Kura Break, a project aligned with Vision 2030's ambition to strengthen the kingdom's position as a leading global sports destination. So here it is, our next session, Play It Forward, under the social entrepreneurship pillar, will be moderated by podcast host at Kura Break and senior reporter at Thamania, Khalid Al-Arafa. This session will give us the chance to learn from an extraordinary journey, one grounded in values, fueled by a competitive spirit, and driven by the belief that your platform and purpose can create a global impact. So please join me in welcoming to the stage our moderator, Khalid Al-Arafa, and former Manchester United and England captain, media global personality, and successful entrepreneur, Rio Ferdinand!
only STEM and science, but also the art of storytelling.
Totally. Well, first of all, thank you so much, Miss, for having me back. I was here last year and had a wonderful time. I've seen so many familiar faces today. My story begins on Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada. My mom had immigrated from the Philippines, and my dad came from Poland from like World War II time. He's much older. So they both grew up not having a lot. And their theory when they were raising me was if we give her less, she'll actually be more creative with what she does have. So my first toy was a box of transistors and other electronic parts, and from there I would take my hot glue gun and garbage from around the house and piece together my very first inventions, which of course never worked, but the idea of taking the resources around me and piecing them together to make something better kind of came out of necessity, if anything. I was also raised on silent films from the 1910s and 20s and classical opera, and I was helping my dad film a lot of his own personal documentary projects. So I had this really interesting balance of science and art in my life. And I was also doing a lot of science fair competitions. And when one of my inventions kind of blew up online, then the sciences were suddenly kind of more of a focus for a period in my life. So one of my inventions, which was called the hollow flashlight, was inspired by my friend in the Philippines who had no light to study with at night. So I decided to create a flashlight that ran off the heat of the human hand to supply her with a flashlight that wouldn't require any batteries. So that project ended up winning at the Google Science Fair when I was 15, and then I just got a lot of attention for that, and I went on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon, did all sorts of things. And then the next year I invented the e-drink, which is a coffee mug that harvests the excess heat of your hot drink and converts it into electricity, so eventually you can give your phone a boost of energy. But I would say that even though these inventions were fantastic, it was also my ability to communicate them quite simply to people that helped kind of their traction and garner attention. I ended up getting patents for my inventions in the US and Canada, but I studied English literature and film studies, and now I produce music videos. So I'm kind of all over the place, but I always just pursue my passions in both the sciences and the arts, and I believe that both skill sets kind of transfer over in so many ways.
And I think that's so empowering and inspiring, because what you're doing is you're widening the field here. We're not only talking about STEM and science, but you're also saying that under this umbrella, you can bring in those different intersectionality, points of passion, points of interest, and points of curiosity. Now, I mentioned earlier, this is increasingly intimidating, hearing about your rich list of accolades that you're all achieving. How do we listen to your stories and feel that we can draw something practical? I mean, give us an insight into your daily habits. What are you guys doing? How can we learn from the mindset of young geniuses? Arian, tell me about your daily life. Obviously, we know maths is right at the forefront of your mind. What else do you get up to? What can we learn from you?
About like mental calculations, I practice daily 2 to 3 hours of mental calculations. But apart from that, I lead a very normal life. Go to school, play with friends. So to relax myself and improve my concentration, I usually play cricket, which is very much popular in India. Also like to read books, especially adventure and mystery. And I also love to play video games to relax myself. And if about improving the calculations, I would like to add on, like many people fear mathematics, especially from very young age. So for kids and youths, kids or the youth people, I would like to advise them to take mathematics from more a relaxed angle, instead of thinking of results or what we can say the achievements. Think about the process, enjoy the process, and you would surely get better at mathematics. So this was my daily habits to improve focus and calculations.
And I think, again, very inspiring, you're saying, look, have a relaxed mindset, embrace the challenges of maths,
Yes.
but also know that it can be fun. And hearing about your daily life, your sports that you play, your other interests, show that you do embrace fun, and you are adding a bit of fun into some of the stuff that you're doing. Some of the kind of the games that you introduce, some of the projects you're part of, it's about putting fun back into maths, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. And Mohammed, what can we learn? Give us some insight in terms of the skills that we need to fortify ourselves with in going forward in the world.
Yeah, so for me, my whole focus, my day, my week, my months are focused around when it's time to work, it's time to work, laser focus. When it's time to play, you have fun and nothing else. So I'm a very big like Formula One, combat sports fan as well, so boxing, UFC and stuff like that. So I always schedule my day like as a reward. Like so on the weekends, if there is, and I still do this, I've been doing this for years, that on the week, like I'll start of the week, I'll have like, okay, like this is what I want to achieve. And then as a punishment, I don't get to watch like my event on the weekend, or like if as a reward I do. So I try to take it like that, like to have a goal and then you yourself give yourself a reward for it. But then that, and then just another thing I'll share, just a more of a mindset thing that can help you habits like for the youth here. One thing that absolutely changed my life, which I learned very early on, is that you have one life. Just live, like just try. You're better off making a fool of yourself versus regretting not doing something. So like, whatever business idea you have, do it. You want to make a social media vlog, like a video, just do stuff. Because when you're old, like you won't regret not having enough crazy stories. So I think that's the biggest thing. And honestly, this can translate into so many habits, but just having that mindset that choose being made fun of rather than like regretting that you didn't do something. So if you have something in mind, go do it. So that's my approach.
What strikes me from hearing you speak is that your wisdom is beyond your young years. So to hear you encourage us all in that fashion is very empowering. And Dini, the mindset of an award-winning innovator, invention maker, storyteller, give us an idea. What can we learn from your personal day-to-day habits?
Oh gosh.
Across technology, health and well-being, and the environment with fresh eyes and have no patience for the status quo. To each of you, congratulations. We're proud to support all of you and even prouder of the impact that you're going to have. Thank you very much.
Please. I think leadership is when you're leading an organization, I think is huge that you set the tone and create the environment that's conducive to growth, that's conducive to people to come in and having a healthy environment and positive environment to work in, but also with clear actions and clear point of where you want to get to. What's the strategy look like? And I think when there's clarity for a project and there's transparency, everything can run smoothly when you've got a leader who is like that. And I think I'll take it back to when I played. My defensive partner, Nemanja Vidic, after games, after training, we would go in the sauna, steam room, in the pool for recovery. So we're spending like, after training, 1 or 2 hours together alone, just chatting. And to be honest, listen, every player has an ego, okay? We used to sit there and say, hey, the manager's not even talking about us, man. We're the defenders, no goals against us. He's always talking about the strikers, the manager's this, and we would think, nice. It's us, the players, that are doing this, man. Us defenders, we're doing everything here to keep us at the top. And it wasn't until he left, when he left, I realized how powerful management is, how powerful it is to have a leader. And no disrespect to David Moyes, who came in and followed him, who found it very difficult, because I think anybody would have found it difficult following him, but it just showed me that having a real manager who understood what the job required every day and came to work and set the tone and set the standards every day was so important. And one of the other things I would say that I took from him, which is very important, is the art of delegation. He was a great leader, but how many times do you think he came into our dressing room in the training ground? So I'll give you an example. In our training ground, we're there probably 300 days a year in the training ground, in our changing room. How many times do you think he came into the dressing room to lead us and talk to us? I wasn't there. I was there at United for 12 to 13 years. How many times do you think he came in the dressing room? No way. Less than 5 times. He never came in because he delegated, he gave us the ability to lead our area. He gave the doctors the ability to lead this area. He gave the nutritionists the ability to lead their area and give us the confidence. So we're the ones leading in the change room. Match day, different. But day to day, he gave us the authority to lead the young players and set the standards, set the tone.
And you were guys responsible, very responsible. He made responsible players,
Yeah.
That's a great thing. But I mean, in football, when you win directly. I mean, it's like after the game,
You have to win.
you lost sometimes, or no?
Why are you saying that?
I'm just asking.
No, we lost. Yeah, we lost. You have to learn to lose, but it's not nice.
When you win directly. But in the world of business, the business of, it's a long term winning. How did you adapt to waiting this long term to find out if you won or not?
I didn't have to learn, because I think people forget that. Okay, look at Lamine Yamal now. Everybody knows who Lamine Yamal is. 16 years old, he makes his debut. Everybody thinks this is overnight, but he's been playing since 4 years old. So 4 to 16, 12. That's 12 years work to become known. And he hasn't completed it, he's just starting. 12 years to get to a place where everybody knows you, but you've still got maybe 20 more years of work to do. So football is not just overnight success. Football is a long-term project. So that when you retire, and people say, it's very different. There's a lot of principles that are very similar. Nothing is going to be overnight. I mean, everybody's talking about crypto and all these things. You can win quick, win big, but this is like the small 0.0005% who's going to do this. The normal people, like myself, that have to go into a new industry, I have to recreate myself, rebuild, create a team that is going to support me, and then understand and expect that it's going to take a long time to build. Even my media company, Rio Presents, we do big interviews with loads of players. It looks great now. It looks magnificent now. I love it. It's a brand that I can be proud of. But if you ask some of my team who's sitting over there how much I've used to scream and go crazy and be impatient because it's taken 3.5, 4 years to get here, they will say some of them are losing hair. Some of them have gone grey because I'm texting at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning.
I see it.
He's laughing because he knows. I'm texting, how come they're doing that and we're not doing that? I want to be the best. I come from a winning background, winning mentality, winning in change room. Like you said, not every time we won, but the conditions were that we set out every year to win. So I can't expect to just change that mentality overnight just because I've left the change room. That's now something that's kind of ingrained in me. And I want to win at everything.
Let's say when you left football and you joined the business world, could we say that you left the comfort zone into a different life, different everything? Was it a lot of people knows you from Man United, a legend? You did a lot in football, out of the field as well. But what have you been doing lately?
Working with you on Tamania TV. We're doing the Saudi games, coming to Riyadh and Jeddah for the TV has been really great. Working with you, working with Cooler Breaks, it's been great. And I've relocated to Dubai now, so the last 3 months I've left England, London, and now I'm living with my family in Dubai. And we're having a great adventure at the moment, so I'm really enjoying that. Getting used to a new way of living, new culture, new people. So yeah, really good for me and my family.
New work, a new system of work, joining the business world. What surprised you more compared to the football life? Is it similar or different of the winning way? How do you describe it?
Surprise, I don't know. In football it's very different because there's a real appetite to win, and you have to win every day. The culture and environment that I was from, every day is a challenge. Every day is an opportunity to stamp your authority. Every day is an opportunity to step on someone's throat and to say, I'm the boss. Every day. So I'm even mean in training. We would play table tennis. I would slap Cristiano. He would almost be crying. Next day he's coming, he wants to kill me. Nani crying. come back, wants to fight, wants to kill. So it was a very, very, very competitive energy in the place every day, and it could be very aggressive. In the business world, it's different, and you had to adapt the way you could speak to somebody in the change room at half time, after training session, where emotions are high. That type of conversation can't happen in the business world. So you have to maintain calm and approach things very differently and be very kind of selective in the way you choose your words and your tone and your approach.
You've experienced leading.
Congratulations to Marine Association in the track of environment. Kindly join me on this side of the stage. As for the health and well-being track, the winner is Ruh al-Masar for AI systems to enhance mental well-being. Please join us on stage to receive your award and check. Congratulations to Ruh al-Masar. And now I would like you to all join Ruh al-Masar center stage to take your group photograph all together. DAL Association for Data Science and AI for their major project in training youth on building Arabic LLM. Congratulations. Congratulations to DAL Association. Thank you, Mr. Sorrell. And now, to join us for this prestigious moment and reward these winners, please welcome our very own MISC CEO, Dr. Badr Al-Badr.
انت الحين في الزاويه مو لا جاهز راح اتفرج الحين. لا اذا استعين انا جاي اسمع الحين. لا ابغى اقول جزء من نص لقصيده وطنيه. الوطن يستحق دائما. اكيد. وطن تسميه القلوب منارا ارسى السلام وانجب الاحرار وانجب الابرار وتسابقت نحو الشموس حكاية أمسى عليها الملهمون سهارا. يا نجد جئتك والكلام يسوقني حتى أنخت بقلبك الأشعارا. ماذا سأكتب والبهاء يحيطني والمجد يغزل من رباك نهارا. أمشي وأسمع عرضة تشدو بها رؤوس السيوف فتخلق الإبهار وأرى على صدر الخرائط كلمة العز يمم صوبها وأشار. وطن يربي الصادقين بحلمه ويحيل حلم الكاذبين دمارا. من مسه كنا رماحا دونه أرأيت رمحا يقبل الأعذار. والله ما حلم العدو بأرضنا إلا أذقنا لحمه الأطيار. هذه بلادي منحنت لعواصف نحن الذين نروض الإعصار. نحن السعوديون ما مس الحمى إلا اصطففنا دونه أسوارا. وطني وما حار العباد بقبلة إلا رأيتك سيدا مختارا. وطني وما وهب الإله محبة إلا أفاض لعشقك الأقدارا. ماذا سأفعل بالكلام كرهته ما لم أرتل باسمك الأشعارا. سأعيد فوق ثراك كل قصائدي إن القصيدة أن تحب مرارا.
الله. إدخال العاطفة إلى الخبر بذلك ممكن يهدد موضوعيته.
والله شوفي هم خطين يقتربان أحيانا ويتباعدان أحيانا، ولكن في النهاية هم يعني من المسارات المختلفة. أنا أول ما بديت أقدم في البرامج الثقافية والحوارات الثقافية كان الموضوع يحتمل بكثرة إنه الشعر يكون جزء موجود وأساسي ومنطقي في الموضوع، ولكن الإعلام إجمالا، الحوار الإعلامي، الشغل الإعلامي، التفاصيل الإعلامية المهنية الدقيقة هي مستقلة تماما عن الشعر، ويجب أن تكون بهذا الاستقلال إلا فيما يحتمل دخول الشعر فيه. الحوارات الثقافية تحتمل، الوطنية تحتمل، أحيانا بعض الحوارات المجتمعية تحتمل، لكن لنفترض اليوم أنك كنت تتحاور مع ضيف اقتصادي وتتحدث عن يعني هبوط الأسهم أو ارتفاع الأسهم، يعني هنا لا مجال للغة الشعرية على الإطلاق، لا لغة ولا استخداما لأبيات الشعر على الإطلاق.
صحيح. طب خلينا ننتقل لوجهة أخرى ونتكلم مع أستاذ عمار عن أهمية العمق في زمن المقاطع القصيرة والترند اللي قاعدين نشوفه في السوشيال ميديا، يعني في عالم تهيمن عليها المقاطع السريعة. لماذا ما زال للعمق مكان؟ وكيف يمكن أيضا لصناع المحتوى إبطاء إيقاع الجمهور ودفعه إلى التفكير بدلا من رد الفعل الفوري؟
اوكي، هذول شقين الحين بالسؤال. موضوع ال 15 ثانية أو الريلز أو المقاطع القصيرة اليوم صارت واقع مهم جدا لأي برنامج أيا كان توجه هذا البرنامج، سياسي، اجتماعي، ثقافي، ديني، اقتصادي، متخصص باللغة العربية، في أي مجال حتى ننتشر وهذا البرنامج يوصل. لازم استخدم هذه المقاطع الصغيرة للترويج للبرنامج، حتى أنا أجذب الجمهور الكريم ويرجع ويتعنى حتى نشوف البرنامج الوقت الأطول. لازم استخدم هذا الأسلوب، فهذا مش عيب، هذا أشوفه أسلوب اليوم يواكب العصر، لابد أن نستفيد منه بالشكل الصحيح.
ولكن هل تشوف أن في عمق في المقاطع الصغيرة؟
خل أرجع أنا إلى تقريبا يمكن بداية تجربتي على الأقل أتكلم تحديدا في برنامج الصندوق الأسود. في سلسلة قدمتها كانت تقريبا تتجاوز عدد حلقاتها 30 حلقة، وفي عرف البرامج السياسية والتاريخية هذا الرقم يعتبر رقم كبير، يعني أقصى ما كان موجود في الساحة العربية بشكل عام. عدد الحلقات ممكن توصل إلى 10، ممكن توصل بحد أقصى إلى 15 حلقة. أتكلم مرة ثانية سياسة أو تاريخ. ليش؟ لأن عندنا انطباع أن المتابع العربي ملول أولاً، بسرعة يمل، ثانياً ما عنده عمق، ما يحب المواضيع أصلاً العميقة، فلازم تعطينا وجبات سريعة، فاست فود إعلامي حتى تكسبين ولاءه واستمراريته في متابعتك. أنا كنت حابب أجرب تجربة مختلفة من خلال تقديم مادة طويلة فيها عمق، بس هي طويلة، وبشوف ردة فعل الجمهور. في النهاية أنت المعيار والأساس العمود الفقري عندك هو الجمهور الكريم. إذا الجمهور تابع معناته في شيء إيجابي، إذا الجمهور ما تابع وما حب الموضوع معناته لازم تغيرين اللي قاعد تعملينه. من خلال هالتجربة أثبت الجمهور أن بالعكس هو في أمس الحاجة إلى تقديم مادة فيها عمق، ومستعد أنه يضاعف 10 و20 و30 و40 و50. أنا عندي بعض الحلقات طافت ال50 و60 حلقة لضيف واحد، فهو ما عنده مشكلة. المهم إنك تعطينا عمق في المادة اللي قاعد تقدمينها، يعني هذا المهم. يعني موضوع ال 15 ثانية هي الوسيلة اللي تؤدي فيك للوصول إلى هذا العمق، بس مهم جدا. قبل كان عندنا انطباع أن المشاهد العربي مرة ثانية ما يحب مسألة العمق، لا، اليوم أثبتت التجربة أن عند عطش كبير جدا للمادة العميقة، بس تحتاجين تقدمين لها إياها بشكل سليم وصحيح.
صحيح. طب خليني أسألك يا أستاذ مفرح عن السرد الثقافي وأيضا صناعة الوعي في المجتمع. برأيك كيف